Next inductee, Coach Neal Hoffman. 1981 brought Coach Hoffman to Fowler High School. He has coached only at Fowler, 12 of the years as head coach and 17 as an assistant. The fall of 2015 will be his 30th year at Fowler. The teams he has coached have a winning percentage of 77%. He has been in the state playoffs 19 years, had a win streak of 34 consecutive games, has won 4 state championships, 2 as an assistant and 2 as a head coach. MHSFCA Regional Coach of the Year 5 times and State Coach of the Year twice. Named Associated Press Coach of the Year in 2002. Coach Hoffman's biggest thrill in coaching. It never got old running out of the tunnel at the Silverdome. Always a thrilling experience for players, coaches, and fans to be there for a state championship game. What coaching has meant to Coach Hoffman. An opportunity to work with a great staff and tremendous young people who have all inspired me to become a better person. Those relationships have a lasting impact on our life. Coach Hoffman's most humorous incident in coaching. A Silverdome janitor brought onto the field a broom and dustpan to clean up when he was told a player had lost his cookies. He left the field. Our team physician used a can of Tough Skin as a disinfectant and a towel to take care of the cookies. Play resumed before the janitor returned. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Hall of Fame, Coach Neal Hoffman.
Thank you, Jack. That position did get a standing O from the crowd too that day. I want to thank you and thank all the members of the association for putting this wonderful event together. I also want to thank you and the Hall committee for not having Oscar-like music come on at the 5-minute mark here and have us all worrying a little bit. You know, as I was listening to Jack's kind introduction, there were flashbacks occurring about those days back in the 70s when Steve Spicer asked a certain junior high basketball coach, high school golf and baseball coach at the time to help him out by scouting his football opponents. And that was back in the days when you went to a game with a clipboard filled with formation diagrams. Some of you gentlemen remember that. And tried to get it right. But back then, that was about as close to football as I ever wanted to get. That was until '81 when Steve had a position open up on his JV staff, and by that time I was no longer coaching golf or basketball, and my wife and I thought, well, we'll give this a try, see what happens. Plus I think she was thinking there'd be no more scouting on those long road trips to cold, faraway places during the playoffs. Well, fast forward through 6 years of JV football and 9 seasons as the varsity assistant, and just before practice is going to start in the summer of '96, Steve and his wife Becky are sitting in our living room and they're asking the varsity assistant and his wife to take over the head coaching job on a temporary basis. And what we hoped and prayed at the time would just be temporary, change later when his cancer wouldn't allow him to get back into coaching. The road of life can take you down paths you never thought existed, and I could never have envisioned that path leading to this night. There are so many, as the other guys have mentioned tonight, that we have all leaned on through the years and will try to thank. First and most importantly, would my lovely wife Colleen, our son Joel, and his wife Kelsey please stand? Our daughter Megan and her father Ben Davis live and work in England and obviously could not be here tonight. Only a coach's family can experience the tremendous sacrifices made for a husband and father to be able to do what we do. You will always have my undying gratitude. And I love you all so very much. To my brothers and sisters, and I have 9 siblings, to your families and to Colleen's family, the Cotters, your support and love have meant the world to me. Thank you all so much for sharing this night with us. And I'd like to count them as among a number of those 470 who came tonight. If all of you would please stand. The strong bonds created with fellow coaches are such a big part of this experience. Working with people like Tom O'Rourke and Steve Dombowski and Neal Hoffman at the JV level was super. The 9 years spent as a varsity assistant were incredible ones, helping Fowler get back to the Silver Dome and win state championships was pretty heavy stuff. And during the next 12 years as a varsity head coach, I depended pretty heavily on assistants like Neal Hoffman and Mike Spicer and Lloyd Felposh and Paul Hungerford and Tom Thalen and many, many others, too numerous to mention. I want to thank you guys for making my job a lot easier, but more importantly, thank you for being such good friends. The relationships between these coaches, their families, and Colleen and me are dearly valued. 2 years ago, I was fortunate enough to be asked by the current varsity head coach, Chris Ernst, to rejoin the staff as a JV coach after being out of football for 5 years. I want to thank Chris and his staff, John Spicer and Chad Reinert and others for letting me work with players and coaches again. It's been lots of fun, and special thanks at the JV level to Mike Spicer, Nathan George, Vern Felposh, Lloyd Felposh, Tom Thalen for letting me work with you guys. That's been so cool, and I coached those guys. It's been a privilege and a great honor to both teach and coach in a community with the tremendous academic and athletic tradition that Fowler has. Thanks to so many of you who came to be with us tonight. And can I get all of the Fowlerites to stand, please? Thank you so much. Also knowing that it takes a village to raise a player and a team and a coach and a community like Fowler, I want to thank all of the high school staff and community volunteers who help on this marvelous journey. It's been one heck of a trip. There are so many names you'd love to mention in a night like tonight, but I keep waiting for that hook to come out here. Finally, there's a special connection between coaches and players that needs to be recognized here this evening. I've been very lucky to share that bond with so many young men who live the dream of being a football player at Fowler High School. As the years roll by and names begin to fade in my mind, please know that I will always cherish the memories that you helped us make. I'm so proud of all of you and your presence here tonight. I feel extremely blessed to be a member of the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association. My warmest congratulations go out to all of my fellow inductees and to your families. I'm certain we'll never forget this incredible ceremony. I think it was Garrison Keillor paraphrasing Mark Twain who once said, "A person almost always improves his reputation by shutting up." So because Coach Harbaugh's in the wings and I need all the help I can get, thank you very much.